So I know Pokemon Go has kind of bridged the gap between reality and virtual world, but I just don't think they were expecting some of the things to come out of it.
What do you mean, like them getting so big?
Well, that too. Obviously, they're really big, but I mean they came with so many negative consequences. I think so.
Like what is an awesome game? I exercise more by like going more often and make more friends.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, those are positive things, and as well as the lure function bringing people to companies and their stores, so that gives more visibility and sales. But look at this. People are, like, jumping on subway tracks and trespassing on properties. I mean, that's not safe. And also getting lured to an unsafe spot and getting robbed.
Wow.
I mean, that's definitely a negative
I didn't
consequence.
know that. How can they fix it?
I mean, I don't even know how they're working on it right now, but I think by upgrading that lure function and just like making more features, that would definitely bring more people back. And I mean, I know that's one of the main reasons I deleted the app. So.
Oh, you deleted it? Why? Who's losing the interest? Will the app shut down?
Well, a lot of people have lost interest since their peak in July, and I know that's exactly these upgrades without having them. That's why I lost interest. But I don't think it's going to shut down. I mean, it's still pretty big hype, and they're not losing market value. It's just people are losing interest because of the, like, no upgrades.
No upgrades, it's just
Yeah,
the same
exactly.
thing.
It's just the same thing. But once they do that, I mean, I'm sure they'll have it. I mean, look at these, like, their market value. It's pretty good still.
So why Pokemon Go is so popular?
Well, there's a lot of reasons, right? You need to consider the fact that they've integrated augmented reality into their application. They changed the way that people perceive gamers. Like, people go out and play. They interact with different people. They make new friends. They're not just at home talking through like their headphone jacks or anything like that. They're out there walking, discovering new places. You also need to consider the fact that Pokemon already had an established market. A lot of the 90s kids grew up with it, and they all loved it. Like, personally for me, I grew up playing Pokemon on the Game Boy. So we had an emotional attachment to this game, and that helped them grow their market.
Yeah, I mean, that's something like, I know it's revolutionizing so much that even competitors like us, we're trying to get into that gaming industry, right? I mean, exactly getting that connection with consumers and everything, so that's something we need to work on for us. So I know we already touched upon how Pokemon Go was a disruptive innovation in terms of getting people out of their like traditional surroundings and everything, but can you touch upon like in more depth?
So, a great author once said that the technology itself may not necessarily be a disruptive or an innovative technology, but rather the way that you use this technology is what makes it disruptive. What's really great about Pokemon Go was that they used pre-existing technologies like the GPS, your phone's camera, they used internet and augmented reality and developed this amazing business model that served a lot of people's wants and needs, and that's really what made them disruptive. Also, if you look at their financial model, they made a technology that is quite expensive free. They use the freemium model, which usually people don't have much, like it doesn't have much traction because there's only a 10% conversion rate. But with Pokemon Go, everyone was buying the Poke currency, right? And that's something else that we need to consider. How could they do that? How could they get people to be so interested and so involved with this game that they're willing to change what's the norm?
So I know that Pokemon Go has really made a lot of profit on this market, and what do you think that Pokemon Go can do to further elevate the success and to keep their innovations going so they can stay in the market with strong competitive advantages?
So like first and foremost, what they can do is adopt a more social model. So this would mean like adding users as friends, but at the same time it wouldn't be like a social media network.
So that's really good. I think Pokemon Go really did a good job on this by inviting people outdoors and try to have interactions face to face and having this augmented reality going. And also, do you think there's any new features that Pokemon Go should add in there just to?
Yeah, definitely. So I talked to a few players, and they were really anxious to find features like Pokemon trading and like battling other trainers and not just at gyms. Yeah.
And I think that's a good idea. Also, I've played the game myself for a bit, and what I found out is that all the characters that were created as my avatar were all like the same.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like Pokemon really needs to up its character customization, so then each player can feel like they're their own individual, not just a generic character.
That's a good idea. I watched the trailer before Pokemon Go got launched into the market, and I saw there were a lot of amazing world events going on in the trailer, but I'm quite disappointed to see that there's actually not happening. What do you think?
So the world events was a feature that was originally promised by Pokemon Go during their teaser trailer, right? But this is a feature that we have not seen yet, and which I think Pokemon Go would greatly benefit if they included this. This would mean like users would travel to famous landmarks like the CN Tower to capture ultra rare Pokemon, and I feel like as a team,
That
this
would
is
be
something
very
that we
exciting.
could incorporate as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that would benefit our company for sure.